Peep this, 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐾, or should I say peep this word of mouth. We're here with the Plaid Boys, and we got some things we want to speak about.
The Plaid Boys?
Yeah, what's going on, bro? But listen, on the news.
On the news. We talking news segments.
On the news.
Are we CNN or are we Fox?
I think we're seeing Fox.
We're seeing Fox? We're seeing Fox. Illuminati.
No, but you know who.
Which one?
You know what?
Dope 47?
All of them. We are talking about cancel culture, bro.
Cancel culture, all right.
And you know what's crazy about cancel culture?
What you got?
Everyone's getting canceled.
You got canceled?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, but maybe one day. But why I say this is an interesting topic, because for the past, I would say...
10 years almost?
10 years.
This is when cancel culture really started going up.
Through the roof.
I think it's due to social media, because a lot of people are oversharing, giving everybody a reason to cancel them.
I agree. So here, before we start, cancel culture has to do with removing of support from public figures in response to opinionated behaviors or objectifying things that they have said or did, right? This can include boycotts, refusal to promote their work.
So would you call the Montgomery bus boycott a form of cancellation?
Hey, it is. Actually, it is.
No, think about it.
You said the word boycott.
You got me.
Nah, but listen. So we've talked about Diddy.
Yeah, we did.
Right? We have talked about other people.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. You know, what do you think about Beyonce? And being canceled, losing millions of people because potentially there's a video or a picture out of her and Diddy. Knowing that she's been to Diddy parties, doing these things.
Oh, come on.
And I know you're a part of the Beehive Buzz.
What you mean? No, yo, it's Illuminati hearts all day, baby. Illuminati hearts. Illuminati hearts.
So what do you think about this? She lost 5 million Instagram followers in like 2 days.
I'll put it to you like this. If I give you $500 million and you're not worth $500 million and you lost 5 million supporters same day, would you care? And it's not going to stop you from making money.
I got 500 million. Why would I?
Exactly. You get to a certain financial and social level where it just doesn't matter what, to an extent, it just doesn't matter.
So, is cancel culture getting out of control?
Cancel culture has been out of control for a while in various cases and degrees. Even as far back as, we talked about the situation with Emmett Till back in the day, it's like they think that, we need to cancel a certain group of people from a neighborhood, to even something more recently. I mean, top of the year, talked about the whole R. Kelly situation. You go back to the Boondocks episode 2. They were trying to cancel R. Kelly, but apparently cancel culture just wasn't strong enough back in 2005.
And if you throw a chair, you're good.
Apparently, if you throw a chair, you're good. Y'all should know that reference.
Oh, man.
But I'll
continue.
say, in terms of getting out of control, one example of cancellation culture just getting out of control sometimes is like just sometimes being afraid to say the wrong thing.
Ooh, yes.
So, for example, and this is real, this is just facts, I'm just speaking facts. Back in the day, I don't know what year it changed, but you used to be able to say the word Negro. On my mom's birth certificate, it says Negro. But nowadays, if you call somebody, oh yeah, this Negro person, oh, we got to cancel him, oh, he's insensitive. It's like, but they just maybe not be hip with the times, and then they didn't mean it in a mean way, but I think that's just not cancel worthy. It's just sometimes culture shifts one way and you just go a different way.
So if culture does shift one way, shouldn't you not necessarily go with culture, but acknowledge and say this is the current times and I will not, push the envelope or push that button. I will stay in my lane if this is the lane. I don't have to go too far right. I don't have to go too far left, but what do you say?
That's too ideal. I mean, ideally, yes, but by doing that, you're sort of putting a constraint on citizens and freedom of speech. I mean, that's why people think cancel culture is out of control nowadays, because at that point, if you're telling somebody to stick with the right when everybody's going right, ultimately you're kind of censoring them. And that's the problem with cancel culture as a whole. People feel like you're trying to censor me by trying to control my voice and my opinion. Even if it's wrong, it is their American right to have a wrong opinion. It is their American right to believe in something that is inaccurate. It's your freedom to be stupid. It's protected by the First Amendment right. You can believe whatever the heck you want to believe, even if it's stupid. That's just the reality.
So, do you believe in protecting our First Amendment rights? To what extent?
You trying to put words in my mouth.
No.
Now,
I'm trying to see. So, if we had
go on.
a Geppetto.
I already know what you
right?
get at. Continue.
And he believes in creating Pinocchios.
This has got so much sussiness
right?
to it.
Pause. But is that okay? Are we protecting his freedom to say, hey?
The thing is that, okay.
Don't go back. Answer me.
All right,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so this is being filmed after the election. So, we got a new president coming into office. And since then, there's been news reports of black people receiving text messages about reports to the new plantation and all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And there are people online, saying that, so you mean to tell me that you can just, you're going to go to jail because you told a bad joke or you said something that was offensive? I didn't know that you can go to jail for saying these sorts of things. I thought the First Amendment right protected free speech. It is extremely insensitive, and I do think it's cancelable, but it is somebody's American right to make that type of joke.
So,
I don't agree with it. I do not agree with it.
Okay.
And it should be punishable in some sort of sense.
So what about what I just said? The person who has the right to say he wants to create Pinocchios. You understand the subcontext.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
This is for YouTube, so.
I think that they should not, but the language of speaking it, see, like, it becomes hard because
It's hard, right? Censorship.
my personal belief is that you can say whatever you want technically, but you're not absolved of the responsibilities and the repercussions. That's the problem with free speech and cancel culture. People aren't thinking about the responsibility of what they say and what they do and the impacts that it had. That's my opinion, at least.
No, and you're right. And it's because of that impact that people want to get canceled, or people want to cancel them, I should say, because sometimes we have to be mindful in what we say and do. So in that being said, can a person be uncanceled?
Can a person be uncanceled? I still don't think you can be uncanceled per se. I think that if you have followers, you're never truly canceled. Going back to Beyonce. Beyonce has too many, tens of millions of followers across the planet. If 5 people stop following her on one platform, that doesn't, did she lose money? Did she lose influence? Did she lose social status? Is she less Beyonce than before? Because no, nothing's changed. Her albums haven't stopped selling as much. Her sales haven't gone down. Her businesses haven't declined. She hasn't been canceled. People just stopped following her on one platform. That's not cancellation. What do you think?
So I do believe you can be uncanceled. I believe if something happens, sometimes you just need to sit back. Don't be seen by media for a little bit. Go a little hiatus, or you do something to make them forget about these things.
I disagree.
Because I feel like if you start to do a lot of good, and you were a killer before, right? And you change your way, you start preaching the gospel and all these things, and people are being receptive to the message that you're giving. And people might forget about that past. Now, the people that you affected might not, but you will gain new followers, new things. Sometimes,
but then that's not being uncanceled.
But I think it is.
I don't think that's being uncanceled. I think that you ain't get fully canceled. You took a blow, but you didn't get canceled. You got less. Your star dimmed a bit, but it didn't go out.
So what makes you cancel that? Give me an example, dog.
Blacklisting.
What?
Blacklisting.
All right, so like with Hollywood.
Blacklisting, blackballing. Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick got canceled, but that was of his own doing.
After a while, he should have stopped. But hear me out. He got canceled by
The NFL.
But he wasn't canceled as a person.
But the problem is that
Not like a Bill Cosby.
But here's the caveat: him being Colin Kaepernick is dependent on him being in the NFL. Without that link to the NFL, he's not Colin Kaepernick. We don't know Colin Kaepernick for his social activity. We don't know Colin Kaepernick for that show that he did that nobody watched. We don't know Colin Kaepernick for his...
I watched that shit.
He's lying. Don't listen to him. Illuminati soul. But the reality is that Colin Kaepernick wouldn't be Colin Kaepernick without the NFL. Even civil rights Colin Kaepernick wouldn't be who he is without the NFL. If the NFL chooses to pull that away from him, he's not Colin Kaepernick.
But I would look at it just like if he injured his legs, he got hit real hard, can no longer play football, but people knew him from there, and he took that same name and brought it to a different platform.
But he didn't do that. Or he didn't do it successfully.
Oh,
he got a few deals out of it, but you know why? At the end of the day, he got canceled from the NFL from his own dealings. That's his business, first of all. But second of all, ultimately, and I've said this, go back and watch the first few episodes, within the first 10 episodes, he didn't truly want to be an activist. He did something and he was throttled into that. He ultimately wanted to play football, period. And when everything was all said and done and he tried to come back and play, my thing is that if you stand on what you stand for, then don't play anymore. He tried to have it both ways, and now some people see what I was seeing. So some of his supporters are like, nah, you cancel from my perspective.
Okay.
That's my perspective.
Fair enough.
That's a form of cancellation that people don't think about, like when you sort of cancel yourself unwillingly.
Or, all right, so you're saying that if you get canceled, you can't get uncanceled. That's how you truly believe.
The thing is that if you get canceled, when people say nobody supports you anymore, if
like
you still have
Weinstein,
and you have no followers, I don't think you can come back from that. Like now, if Weinstein comes back, I'd be like, dang, that was wild.
I see what you're saying.
You know, it's like it's different.
So it's basically the degree that you're talking about of cancellation. So there has to be levels to this cancellation then.
Yeah, because it's like Beyonce lost followers, but she didn't get canceled. 5 million people. If 5 million people out of 250 million stop following Beyonce, that's nothing. That's literally less than 1%. If I told you out of the 100 people that come outside right now, less than one of them is like, I don't like you, would you care?
I don't really care for a lot of people.
There you go. Then you cancel culture doesn't happen.
Let's switch this just a little bit, just a little bit. Why is cancel culture so important? Or why is it taking this massive impact on our society? Like, even though we realize cancel culture has been around since the beginning. Salem witch trials, Black Wall Street massacre. Lynches. Emmett Till, like you said.
Emmett Till. The American Revolution. Yeah, I could go on.
Yeah, American. So why? Why you think it's such a... I think Me Too started this rave for the modern time in such a massive
modern
way.
Cancellation.
Yeah. And so why do you think, bro? Like, what's your thoughts?
Cancellation gives power to the individual and to the weak. That's why cancellation is important, because it lets you know that you as an individual can hold somebody so powerful accountable, and they are not without persecution for their deeds. So we talked about this. If what happened with Bill Clinton in the 90s with Monica Lewinsky happened nowadays, it's plausible that he would be canceled.
Or he would be considered an alpha male.
That is true too. I'm sorry. That is true too. Oh, yo, he would get so much support in the rep
Andrew Tate would be like,
Bill Clinton, my guy, I want to interview you, Bill Clinton. Oh, that's my British accent. I don't know.
Oh,
yo,
Lord.
He gets so much support.
Oh yeah, no, but I hear you.
But it lets us hold certain people accountable for their transgressions that we all can collectively agree are wrong. That's why it's important to have. But at the same time, it also gives power to the people that would abuse it.
All right, so.
Careful what you say, bro.
No, cancel culture is necessary when people have a voice, but I think too many people have a voice and don't know what they're saying. I think we're canceling sometimes just to cancel.
To be heard.
And it'd be like, oh, we're canceling this. And you don't give no evidence and stuff. We're going off of pure emotions, not enough factual. We don't wait till the whole story comes out. We're quick to say, you're canceled. And sometimes cancellation could be so detrimental, it ruins a person's career. And when you find out that it wasn't true, it's over. Can't come back.
So but they don't get uncanceled. See? They don't get uncanceled when you find the truth.
Some people do. I believe some people can jump out the thing. We talked about it earlier. Shout out to my boy Mike Tyson. He's going to win the fight against Logan Paul. He probably did win. Who knows? But I believe he did. Bit of air. Nobody was really messing with him. He started taking these like Showtime fights.
Yeah,
Can you knock me
that.
out for whatever amount of money? All right? And then now Mike Tyson is zen. Mike Tyson.
But he wasn't canceled because he was still allowed to work and be Mike Tyson. He was not canceled from boxing and he wasn't canceled from entertainment and he still had his fans. That's why I'm like, was he really canceled?
I feel like to a degree, certain things you can jump out of that.
And then still come back?
And still come back. I really do.
I find it hard to believe, I find it hard to find anybody that's been truly canceled and then was able to come back. I mean, the first person I thought of was quote unquote Robert Downey Jr. But then was he really canceled? He was just doing drugs.
Ooh,
he was just not fit to work.
That could be, and he came back.
All I said was like, listen, clean yourself up. We want you to play this comic book superhero movie. We don't know if it's going to do good. And then, you come back, maybe like $2-3 million.
He killed Tropic Thunder.
He ain't get canceled for that.
Yeah.
And that was flat out blackface that everybody allows.
But it's a tasteable blackface.
It's reasonable. I get the
point.
Yeah. I'm not offended by it.
Never. Me neither.
If you are, that is you.
People would have canceled it today.
People would have canceled the Wayans brothers for white chicks.
Yeah.
Like I will flat out say yes, white chicks in 2024 is cancelable.
But I loved it though.
Because you support it, and that's why it can't be canceled. That's why people can do sometimes heinous things and not be canceled.
But and I wouldn't call that heinous though. You think it was heinous?
I'm saying
in general. Okay. All right. So last but not least with this topic, right? What do you think how can we modify cancel culture?
You can't.
I think we need something in place because again, certain things you can get canceled and find out, like I was saying, 𝐼𝐶𝐬, you remember? 𝐼𝐶𝐬 had that thing and then he was with that, that person that,
That you don't want to say because he don't want to get canceled.
Exactly. And so be it ruined his career. Because back in those days,
that wasn't
hip-hop
acceptable.
wasn't friendly to that.
Eddie Murphy had that situation, and apparently he was allowed to make millions and millions of dollars off of Shrek.
We're raw calling stuff.
He wasn't canceled for that.
Yeah.
We don't retroactively cancel for that. I think that you can't stop it because it is freedom of expression. It's just unfortunate that some people take advantage of it.
I think there has to be some kind of regulation, bro.
All right, so then what you want to do? How you want to stop cancel culture? You talk to me.
Listen,
how you want to stop?
This is what I would say. Like, before we go on canceling, let's have as much facts as possible.
I ain't got time for that. I work a full-time job.
Then
scrolling.
don't be a part of this cancel culture then. Don't give your voice. Let the voice be to the people that it been through. And then once
but
they
then how do we decide who those people are?
And then when they state it and have proof, like for example, people I believe was maybe 60-40 on Diddy until that video dropped.
I've said it.
Until that video dropped?
If the 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 video never came out, we would be speaking a different situation on Diddy right now. Because he isn't canceled for his RICO charge. He's canceled for attacking 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 on video, allegedly. I'm just going to say that.
Because usually with RICO, especially when you're doing gangster stuff, not the thing with the transporting of, but when you're doing some gangster stuff, people look at you in a higher rank. That, like how they did Young Thug, right? But because of the Cassie and
That's why he's canceled.
and the trafficking and drugging, and we can bleep that, but you don't understand.
That's
Those
why
are
he's
things.
canceled. He's not canceled for his RICO charge. I don't hear nobody talk about his RICO charge. So
It's the parties,
it's the abuse of power,
power.
and you can finally use cancel culture as a tool to stop the abuse and to alleged abuse, I'll say, and to stop the alleged situations.
Because what about that? What about that football player? I think his last name was Banks. He was in college, and I'll school you on it. I don't know his first name, but his last name was Banks, and the girl said that.
Oh yeah, is it one of those situations?
Yeah, and he went to jail, did all these things. Come to find out he was innocent.
Did he get uncanceled?
But he just didn't have the talent anymore to play. I think he's coaching something. But you see how sometimes cancel culture can get so wild, even to somebody that's innocent. That's why I said there has to be some reform.
Even just recently in social media, in the zeitgeist, there's and I'll make this quick. There was a young man, and I forget. I think it's one of the southern schools. He's a college student. He's in band, and he's shopping for a lamp, and then he's in Target, I believe, and a woman's in front of him, and he's going to go get the lamp. And the woman starts filming him, and then she accuses him of following her. And then he's just like, well, what are you talking about? I'm just here to get a lamp. She posted on social media, and now he's getting torn down by people alleging that he's doing these things. He defends himself, and he says, hey, I'm just trying to buy a lamp. I don't even know this woman. And now people are on his side defending him, but she doesn't take the video down. She keeps it up because she wants to get the views. So that, to my point, once again, sometimes people don't really care about canceling somebody. They just care about attention and validation.
And that's why I feel like.
How do you regulate that?
Listen, like sometimes I feel like unnecessary charges need to, like not unnecessary charges need to be made for unnecessary things that people are doing.
It's a waste of taxpayer money.
Yeah, because you're doing all this stuff. Now he could lose his job. Or different things that could have happened, all because of this. Just like people who, those ladies that were filming in the gym.
Oh yeah, I think they all should be canceled from filming in the gym and public spaces.
But you see what transpired, or the one that filmed that older lady that we talked about.
That was one. There's many of them.
There's so many of these things, right? And we're so quick to, let's cancel him. Ill guys, he's disgusting. I'm just like, what happened to he's probably just working? Let's find some facts first before, because that wasn't facts. It was a person doing this.
I get what you're saying.
And turning back.
I get what
right?
I get what you're saying,
horrible.
but you asking for too much because
Let's cancel culture.
No, that would be horrible.
Why?
Cancel culture is one of the best things that have come out in the last 20 years.
Nah.
If cancel culture didn't exist, we wouldn't have gotten R. Kelly. We wouldn't have gotten Bill Cosby. We wouldn't have gotten.
I think court
Harvey
would have
Weinstein.
gotten them. I think eventually
Definitely
people
wouldn't
would
have
have
got Diddy.
testified. I think so. Best thing that came out in the last 20 years is internet.
That's been around way before them, but okay, I'll give you that.
I don't know.
Smartphones?
Smartphones, how
There you
about
go,
that?
smartphones.
With cameras that work longer than 10 seconds.
That's true. Like,
Tesla.
I
No,
agree.
I'm just joking.
I
I'm just joking.
bet. I know who you voted for. I know you voted for Kanye. Illuminati. No, but seriously, I mean, just to put a bow on it, at least on my side, I think that cancel culture should be regulated, but it's like, what are you going to call it? Cancel culture police? You going to sign up for a job to be a cancel culture police? You going to sift through all of social media and be like, oh no, you're going too far trying to cancel somebody. You get 25 less social credit points.
Nah, but I do wish there was a way where we can say, all right, before we take this too far. Because a lot of times now people are guilty before
Proven innocent.
proven innocent, then innocent until proven guilty, right?
You're right.
So where we go here?
Will we go here? What I'll say is that get your ass off of social media, stop watching the news.
And follow Peep This One. I don't know how that works.
I mean, we on Spotify, we on all the other platforms. You can listen to us everywhere. But seriously, I would just say, stop paying attention. Like, don't be a fringe follower or whatever. Before you cancel somebody, just do your Googles. That's what it's there for. It's free.
Right.
Apparently.
Listen, this was a great conversation. I had fun. But seriously, audience, I just want you to know, stop believing every single thing you see on the internet. Like, sometimes do a little bit more digging. You know, a lot of people just stay on page 1. Sometimes you could go to page 3, 5, 6, 7, and you will see some more truth, but you don't want to dig. You see a little reel about somebody saying something, and we run with it. Now, some things is heinous enough, some things are wicked enough that you don't need to, proof is in the pudding. I'm all bored. But it's canceling just to cancel. Like, oh, my boss talked to me, we're at work, wrong. Oh, let's cancel my boss at Popeyes. You work at Popeyes. No, nothing's wrong with
Cancel
Popeyes.
my boss at Popeyes.
Nothing's wrong with Popeyes, but
Get that
like,
sponsorship.
Let's,
Love that chicken.
let's stop with quickly canceling people, but having enough evidence. All right? Could be you.
It could be.
Could be me.
No, it won't. Cause I ain't going down with you. Yeah. So if you can't go down, cause I ain't going down.
Listen, if I fall, everybody fall. No, I'm just joking.
I'm jumping ship.
Yo, hi. And I just want to let you know, thank you for rocking with us. And my name is Maciah. Please join us next time.